Good evening, humans. Tyrannosaurusmoth here, and tonight we're taking a look at the WWE Elite 88 Rey Mysterio figure from Mattel. I've been a fan of Rey Mysterio since way back in the 90s when he was in WCW, and I have never had a figure of him until now, so this is really cool, and this figure is definitely a great one, so let's get into exactly why. Let's do this. Aesthetically speaking, Mattel did a great job here with Rey Mysterio. I'm going to admit up front that this is a more modern Rey Mysterio, so I'm actually not familiar with where this gear is from. So if you know, please let me know in the comments. I'm playing catch up right now with a lot of his matches, and yeah, obviously they do not disappoint. And this figure doesn't either with the aesthetics. So starting off, we got the tattoos are printed very, very clearly and nicely. Distribution is nice. Everything is super clear. Colors on the paint are just super vibrant and nice. It's very much striking. We've seen a lot of Rey Mysterio figures, and I was kind of debating which one to get. And when I saw this one announced, I had to go for it. And they just announced another one that's similar gear, and it actually has double jointed elbows. So I'll probably be picking that one up as well. But that's beside the point. For aesthetics here, the sculpt on the face is fantastic. And really the uncovered eye just looks very realistic. The face print technology definitely is doing its job here. All around, the head sculpt is just great. And sculpt all around is just really good. Proportions are great. All the paint is super, super clear. I don't have any issues with mine, which is fantastic. And the only thing that's a little off, I think, is that the bottoms of his gloves are super, super loose. So they come down a bit and you get some gapping there. But that is a very, very minor gripe. But overall, the aesthetics here are absolutely just fantastic. Accessories here are very basic, but they absolutely get the job done. So jumping right into it, right out of the box, we get a couple of fists, which are gloved, and you can see there's some really nice sculpt there if I don't block my lights. So yeah, it's really nice there with the fists. And then we get a pair of grasping hands. Also, again, with that same great sculpt, actually, you can see a little better here. So they did a really good job of adding in the textures of the actual gloves. And then finally, you get the Booyaka 619 shirt. I don't know how I messed that up. But really well done. I mean, we've seen this accessory before. This has come with other wrestlers who have worn the basically just kind of like cut up t-shirt. And yeah, really clearly printed design. Looks really nice. Love the colors. So yeah, that's accessories. When it comes to articulation, as you can see right off the bat, they gave Rey Mysterio some absolutely fantastic balance here, and just overall, it's a very fun figure to articulate. So let's break everything down top to bottom as we do. So starting up at the top with the head, we're not really getting too much up just because of the way the head is sculpted. Getting the tiniest bit of down, and get a little bit of tilt, and obviously you gotta turn all the way around. When we come to the shoulders, we're coming up into our T-pose. We do have bicep swivel, though we're gonna have to be careful both because the sculpt and these armbands are gonna slightly get in the way, so be aware of that. Then we are single jointed on the elbows for now, which will bring us to about 90. Then we have hinge and swivel at the wrist, everything horizontal. For our ab crunch, where we have a traditional ab crunch, and we're gonna come about that far forward, about that far back. Then we have the waist swivel. Then for hips, we're coming out to a really nice split. So get fantastic range there. Then we get thigh swivel. We are double jointed in the legs, bringing us to about there. We also have boot swivel. And then for the feet, we are coming into our pose, our point, absolutely fantastic. And some really nice forward. And of course, that just tiny bit of rocker, which is actually a little more forgiving than other elites. So that's articulation. Getting into size comparisons, here he is with some other wrestling figures, with some Hasbro, with some imports, with some monsters, finally with an articulated Icons Oni, and yours truly in human form as an articulated Icons Ninja. So my final thoughts on the Elite 88 Rey Mysterio figure is that this is a just kick-ass figure of a kick-ass wrestler, and I can't recommend it enough, especially even with the single jointed elbows, even though We're up to Elite 90 or 91 at this point. I'm a little bit behind, y'all. But yeah, it's a great figure, and I highly recommend it. I've been seeing it in Targets, so if you're out and about and staying safe, you can definitely find this on a shelf somewhere, or on a peg rather. And yeah, I fully recommend picking it up if you are a fan of Rey Mysterio, Lucha Libre, and all of that stuff. So yeah, I will have links in the description below for where you can pick this up online. But beyond that, yeah, I hope you found this review informative and somewhat entertaining. If you did, please consider liking, commenting, subscribing, and or sharing. And plus, beyond that, I have other ways to support the channel that will be listed in the description as well. So one last time, ultra thanks to you for watching, and please take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and most importantly, stay weird, simians.